Dear students, welcome to my online class. My hope is that by the end of this lesson, you could be able to answer all the questions given at the end. This chapter is from class 7 Honeycomb, a gift of chapels. Mridu is a young girl living with her grandmother Tapi and grandfather Tatha in Chennai. Mridu goes along with Tapi to her aunt Rukmani's place one afternoon. There, she meets her cousins Lali, Ravi, and Meena. Everyone at Rukmani's house was glad to see Mridu. There was a bush in their backyard. Ravi took her beside that. There was small little kitten inside a torn football. The kitten was busy drinking milk that was kept inside a half shell of a coconut. Meena informed Mridu that they have found the kitten outside their house in the morning of that day, but they must keep it as a secret, otherwise the grandmother will leave their house immediately. Ravi was upset that they were being taught to be kind towards animals, but when he was trying to do so, elders were screaming at them, calling the kitten a dirty creature. His grandmother was suspicious while he was taking out milk for the kitten from kitchen. He had to drink more than half of the milk to make her believe that it was for him. He also told Mridu that they have named the kitten as Mahindran. Mridu loves the name because it sounded real, unlike cute ones you keep for the kittens. Ravi further added that its complete name was Mahendra Verma Pallava Punnai and MP Punnai in short. He informed her he could make it from its furs that it was a fine breed cat, a close relative of lion family like the one that Pallav kings used in their emblem. To this Mridu giggled, which instigated Ravi to prove his knowledge about the history further. He proudly announced that his small kitten is the descendant of Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. He reminded Mridu of his cats being worshipped in ancient Egypt. Ravi was busy in making all proud announcements about his kitten when a weird sound screech came from the window. Mridu was shocked while Mahendran was frightened. With the screeching noise continuing on the background, Mridu inquired what it was. Ravi informed her that it was Lali learning to play the violin. Mridu peeped from the window and she found Lali was holding the violin in an awkward position, sitting a bit away from her music teacher who had his back towards the window. The teacher was bald with a fringe of oiled black hair falling around his ears. There was a gold chain in the neck and a ring on his hand. He had a big toe with which he was thumping the ground. He was playing the notes perfectly on the violin while Lali was struggling hard. His tracks were filled with melody while Lali continued missing the notes. Children were having fun peeping from the window when Rukmani called Ravi to send the beggar away. She was fed up with the beggar coming to their place for a week now and wanted him to find another house. The beggar had made himself comfortable at the garden. He was leaning against the neem tree with his upper clothes spread under it. He was about to snooze when he heard Ravi asking him to leave. He was shocked hearing this and called for the lady of the house. An irritated Rukmani told Ravi that there wasn't anything left in the kitchen and asked the beggar not to come again. Her voice was so loud that Ravi didn't have to repeat her words to the beggar. The beggar told them that he would leave after taking rest for a while. It was too hot outside and there were blisters in her feet. The children were in pain seeing this and started making plans to give him chappals. Mridu remembered seeing a pair of old grey chappals while she had entered Ravi's house. She asked Ravi whom they belonged to. Ravi took the chappal and gave it to the beggar and asked him not to come again. The beggar went away wearing the chappals and blessing the children. It was a time for the music teacher to leave. He was looking for his chappals. He called Lali and they looked everywhere but didn't find them. Lali informed Rukmani about it. Rukmani questioned the children if they had seen anyone picking up the chappals. Rukmani was really angry and Mridu couldn't control anymore. She told her that they have given the music teacher's chappal to the beggar. Rukmani went inside and brought Gopu Mama's new chappals and gave them to the music teacher. The teacher was happy getting the new chappals but still pretended as though it was tough for him to accept them. The teacher called Ravi a monkey, an incarnation of Lord Hanuman, which seemed clear that Rukmani didn't like. She wanted the teacher to leave immediately. As he left, she called the children home and offered them some snacks. She thanked God that the Mama had gone to office but needed them after coming home immediately. She wondered what she will tell him, giving a hint that she will take the blame on herself. This was all about the chapter. The summary I have given you right now, and I suggest you to go thoroughly word by word of the chapter, read it properly, and if you have any queries you can ask me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you and have a nice day.